that you
I
started,
said there
man.
was a party at Clive Davis's house, and that's where the story began.
Her and Clive had a fight 2 days before, and then the next thing you know, she's dead. That's how Clive did it.
Why did you let the party go on?
Of course, this is a personal thing, but the Grammys were the next night. You don't cancel.
Anything with her name on it is strictly for the purposes of financial gain for those who have access to her estate, including Clive Davis.
Kanye's outburst at the BET Awards was likely prompted by shocking revelations made by Diddy, which appear to confirm suspicions that have long been circulating in the music industry. Specifically, Diddy seems to have confirmed that Clive Davis was involved in the death of Whitney Houston, a revelation that could have major implications for the music world as a whole. So how did Diddy come to this conclusion, and what led to these startling accusations? To understand the background of this situation, we need to look back to February 11, 2012, the day the world was rocked by news of Whitney Houston's untimely death. Houston had been a beloved icon in the music industry, captivating audiences around the world with her incredible voice and undeniable talent. However, her death left many questions unanswered, and there were initially suspicions that her struggles with addiction may have played a role. But as more details emerged, it became clear that something more sinister may have been at play. Enter Clive Davis, a powerful figure in the music industry who had recognized Houston's potential and played a key role in propelling her to international fame. However, their relationship was not without its difficulties, and by 2002 the two had fallen out. Many have questioned why Davis chose not to cancel a party that was scheduled to take place the night of Houston's death. In a shocking interview with Diane Sawyer, Houston herself had suggested that she may have been the target of a plot to have her killed. However, her claims were dismissed and her character was attacked, leaving her vulnerable to those who sought to silence her. The circumstances surrounding her death, including missing teeth, scars, and scratches, have led some to speculate that foul play may have been involved. This is where Diddy comes into the picture. While he had worked with Davis on some projects, such as Houston's album, My Love Is Your Love, which he produced, there were also tensions between the two. For example, in 1999, Diddy's group The Lox was signed to Bad Boy Records, which was owned by Diddy but had a distribution deal with Arista Records, where Clive Davis was CEO at the time. The exact details of how Diddy came to believe that Davis was involved in Houston's death are unclear, but his recent comments seem to lend credence to the suspicions that have been circulating for years. Whether this will ultimately change the music industry as we know it remains to be seen. Clive Davis reportedly refused to release the Lox's debut album, which led to a strained relationship with Diddy. To release the album, Diddy had to buy back the group's contract for $1 million and release it on another label. Diddy's relationship with Clive Davis is further complicated by his friendship with Kanye West, who has been a vocal critic of Davis and has accused him of causing Whitney Houston's death. Diddy, on the other hand, has fond memories of Houston and attended her 1992 wedding to Bobby Brown, despite not knowing her well at the time. Over the years, he grew closer to her and admired her vibrant personality. While some speculate that Houston may have confided in Diddy about things that could have implicated Davis in her death, the official cause of her death was determined to be accidental drowning, with heart disease and cocaine use being contributing factors. Despite the suspicions surrounding her death, Clive Davis remains closely associated with Whitney Houston in her career. Davis was the boss of a music company called Arista Records. He helped a famous singer named Whitney Houston become really popular, but they had a big fight before she died. Whitney had been working with Davis since the 1980s, but she started to feel unhappy with her career. She didn't like the pressure to be a perfect, family-friendly pop star. In an interview, Whitney talked about her problems with drugs and her difficult relationship with her husband, Bobby Brown. She also said some strange things about demons and people trying to hurt her. Some people think that Davis might have done something bad to Whitney because he could make a lot of money from her music after she died. Davis also throws big parties before the Grammy Awards, and Whitney went to a lot of them. Some people think that Davis might have given Whitney drugs at these parties. So basically, the detective guy thinks that the lady who died in the hotel room wasn't actually in the bathtub when she died. He thinks that the guy who threw the party was the only one who could have gone into the room and messed with things. The detective guy found some clues that make him think that someone else was involved in the whole thing, and he thinks it might be this famous guy named Clive Davis. What do you think? Thanks for watching the video. Please like, subscribe, and click on the bell icon to be notified with more interesting videos like these.